Problem with this England side, you can play really well and get through to Australia, but you're going to have to improve to beat Australia.
Well, it is time for the trophy presentation in Australia to have their moment.
270,000 fans attending in person across England and Wales, breaking spectatorship and viewership records along the way. We would also like to thank our hosts, the England and Wales Cricket Board, all host venues, our broadcast and commercial partners, the ground staff, the match officials, and of course the players and staff of all participating teams. I would now like to introduce the presentation party. Mr. Sanjog Gupta, ICC Chief Executive, Mr. Richard Thompson, ICC Board Director and England and Wales Cricket Board Chair, Ms. Claire Connor, Chair of the ICC Women's Cricket Committee, Mr. Jay Shah, ICC Chairman, Mr. Mike Baird, ICC Board Director and Cricket Australia Chair, and Dr. Ros Rivas, ICC Independent Director. Conducting the interviews will be Isha Guha. I now invite Mel Jones to collect the trophy from the DP World Trophy case and place on the plinth. Firstly, I'd like to invite the match officials to collect their medals from Mr. Sanjog Gupta, ICC Chief Executive, the ICC match referee, G.S. Lakshmi. On-field umpires, Jacqueline Williams and Brinda Rathi. TV umpire, Kim Cotton. And fourth umpire, Nimali Pereira. We now invite the runners-up, England, to the stage to collect their runners-up medals from Mr. Richard Thompson and Miss Claire Connor. First up, Lauren Bell. Alice Capsey. Tilly Corti Coleman. Charlie Dean. Sophia Dunkley. Sophie Eccleston. Lauren Filer. Danny Gibson. Danny Wyatt Hodge. Amy Jones. Freya Kemp. Heather Knight. Lindsay Smith. Izzy Wong. And England's captain, Nat Sciver-Brunt.
Nat, you've run into another tough Australian side that love playing in finals. How difficult is this one to take?
Yeah, I'm still hugely disappointed. We've had such a great competition up to this point, and yeah, I suppose to end like that feels a bit sour in the mouth at the moment. But yeah, we were outplayed today by a class Australian side that yeah, used all of their experience in a huge final. So
you've had a little bit of time to reflect. having done that, what would you have done differently?
I actually went for a drug test because I was desperate for a wee. So I guess initially, yeah, I mean, ideally I'd won the toss and would be bowling first. I don't know, we were short of a par score on that wicket. Yeah, it felt tricky to gain momentum throughout the innings with the bat. You know, obviously scratching around a little bit, trying to find the middle of the bat. But yeah, I guess when the pressure's on, their bowlers hit their areas and made it very difficult for us. And yeah, I suppose we left it a bit too late in our bowling innings. So trying to start off the innings with great intent. With the ball, sorry, trying to pick up as many wickets in the power play as we could, but yeah, I mean, Beth Mooney obviously played a brilliant innings today as well.
Were you expecting them to come out as hard as they did?
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a powerful lineup with the bat, and you know that you need to keep taking wickets to really send the flow, because you know a few ways to do it. You've got the likes of Elise Perry coming in if you take 2 wickets. So yeah, they've obviously got, you know, great depth in their batting lineup, so makes it difficult for bowling attacks.
Aside from this disappointment, what can you be proud of this side throughout this tournament?
I think we've got so much to be proud of. Yeah, I suppose coming in and having done so much work pre-tournament, and the energy around the group throughout the competition. We've played some brilliant matches. Different people have had their moments, and we've celebrated everyone's success so well. It's a proper group of players that we've got here that really care about each other and really care about playing for England and wearing the shirt with pride. So yeah, it's a tough one to take, but we'll be back.
And the crowd, you just heard them there. They've been with you all tournament. What do you say to them?
Stop asking me questions.
Yeah, it's such a privilege to play for our country and in front of some amazing people who support us through thick and thin. So I'm just hugely grateful.
We'll let you go now. Thanks very much for all the entertainment that you brought throughout this tournament, to the team as well for the performance you put in, and the semi-finals to get to the final as well. And there is so much you can be proud of. So all the best in what comes next here.
Thank you.
And now, can I invite the winners, Australia, up to the stage to receive their medals from Mr. Mike Baird and Dr. Ros Rivas. First up, Nicola Carey, Ashley Gardner, Kim Garth, Lucy Hamilton, Grace Harris, Alana King, Phoebe Litchfield, Talia McGrath, Beth Mooney, Elise Perry, Megan Shoots, Annabelle Sutherland, Georgia Vole, Georgia Wareham, and Australia's captain, Sophie Molyneux.
Yeah, the mic might help.
Yeah.
So you had a dream with your father when you were younger to come and watch a test match here at Lords. You're here as a captain of a World Cup winning side, the fourth to lead the side to a T20 World Cup in women's T20s. 7 T20 World Cups for Australia now. How does that sound?
Too good to be true, to be honest, Ish. Dad's here as well, so it's a special day.
What did it take?
What did it take? A lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, and just a group of people that wanted to do anything for each other. And that's been the real theme over this last 3 or 4 months, playing for each other and caring for each other.
I know there are a few youngsters in that squad now, but a lot of experience as well. How much does that count in a World Cup final?
Oh, it's invaluable, Ish. I think, having the likes of Pez out there to calm the team down after that first innings. Ash has been around for a long time, and yeah, that's not even hitting the surface. And to see someone like Lucy Hamilton just, take it to water, she was so calm and had so much clarity out there. It's a true testament to her nature and the group around her.
And it felt like different people stepped up at different moments throughout this World Cup as well. But when you needed it, it was, having that calmness out in the middle. In that first innings as well, you still had that sort of grunt at the end there. Freya Kemp was coming in and banging the ball everywhere, but it just felt like there was a calmness around the group. How do you achieve something like that in a final?
Look, I think it's just being able to trust each other, trust our processes. We've done a lot of work on that, and we probably looked at the last couple of World Cups and in moments like that where we've been on the back foot. We haven't known what to do, and I think the answer for us was to stay calm and use our brains and think our way through it with our skills. So, yeah, we did a lot of work leading up to it, and it's just nice to be able to see it come to fruition.
Unbeaten right the way throughout this World Cup. Was that target for you coming into it, that you didn't want to falter in any way, that you could win from anywhere?
Yeah, I think so. In tournament play, you have to have the same mentality, and no matter what situation we're in. So, really pleased with how the last few weeks have gone.
A word for Ellyse Perry, playing in a 9th World Cup final. You've now won 8, I think it is. She's a lucky charm for you.
Oh, she's incredible, Pez. Look, what she brings to this team isn't just on the field. I think her nature and the way she is, she's the heartbeat to the group, really. And she's an absolute legend of her game. And yeah, she deserves so much. And for her to have another World Cup in her bag's pretty special.
Anyone else you want to give a shout out to? Not just this group of players, but I know there's a full squad behind the scenes that work so hard to get you on the park as well.
Yeah, firstly, just a massive congratulations to England. Look, you guys have played such an amazing brand of cricket all tournament, and with that, I think you've achieved the ambition of inspiring a nation by the way you've turned up and played. So well done, Matt and Lottie, for a great tournament. To our beautiful families, partners, friends, everyone that made the journey over here, you guys are so special to us, and it's amazing to be able to share this with you all. And I'm sure you'll enjoy the night like you have the last 4 weeks. And to our support staff, there's so many of you there, but you're all so important to us. We speak about being calm, and you guys lead the way with that. So all those long hours and picking up bags and doing all those little things for us, doesn't go unnoticed. And this is for you guys. And to the fans, it's been an incredible tournament. In every match, there's been a massive crowd, neutral games and everything. It's been an amazing tournament. So thank you to Beth and everyone behind the scenes. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of. And finally to the girls, just so incredibly proud, and thank you for having an open mind and being willing to come on the journey, and you guys should be so incredibly proud.
And just lastly, so for 2020 World Cup in Australia, you ended up on the stage with Katy Perry. We didn't see you dancing there to Clean Bandit. Massive disappointment.
Grown up.
I'm sure you'll be leading the charge tonight. Congratulations once again, and all the best to your team. Have a great night, enjoy it, celebrate hard, and all the best for what comes next.
Thanks, Ash.
Congratulations to the winners of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. Australia!
Well, the champagne sprays, the fireworks go off, and Australia have once again got their hands on the Women's T20 World Cup trophy. And we heard from Sophie Molyneux there, the emotions and just how many people have played a part in getting them here. And there are a fair amount of Australian fans who have stuck around, Tash, to see this moment and a moment of history.
Yeah, there are, and you know, they haven't won the last couple of World Cup finals. They haven't even got to the World Cup finals in the last couple. So I'm really happy for Sophie Molyneux. Actually, Australia did make a big call in the lead up to this tournament. They could have quite easily gone for someone who was a bit more set in the side, Ashley Gardner, Talia McGrath, but they realised that Sophie Molyneux is an excellent captain, and they realised that they needed someone who was able to sort of cope with all of those amazing players in their side. So I'm very happy for her. You know, what a win. She'll be so emotional. She said that this was, you know, she wants to come here when she was a youngster just to watch a test match, but now she's captained Australia for the T20 World Cup win, so incredible moment for her.
And as Mel Jones actually comes and joins us as well. I mean, Mel, huge grin on your face. Congratulations. I mean, what a performance from Australia, not just today, but this whole World Cup. They've been superb.
Yeah, they have. I was just having a chat to a few people about the lead up to this tournament, and I think a lot of people were talking about, oh, Sophie Molyneux, captain, they don't have a ICC trophy in their cabinet, have they lost their aura? And for me, knowing Shelley Nitschke and Sophie Molyneux and the way in which they would have just sort of blocked a lot of that out, but maybe use it for a little bit of, you know, pep up at different stages, but I think they've planned superbly well coming into the tournament. They were meticulous in every single game. And I actually thought today was going to go quite down to the wire because I thought England had been phenomenal as well. But I think it just goes again to show where Australia is probably just that 5-7% better than the other teams on that preparation side.
What do you believe is that difference maker? Is it just down to the preparation, or is it down to the sporting culture and the fact that the professional game has been professional for much longer in Australia? Is that part?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of reasons. I think our club cricket system all the way through means that every player coming through, it's not a huge jump. It's a slightly smaller jump than in other countries. I think the support and strategy from Cricket Australia and all the state associations have been on song as well. And we produce athletes. I think that's what Australia does. Most of these women have played multiple sports, you know, hockey and football and the like. And there is just a want to be always getting better, and that's just a huge driver.
And as a neutral, you would have seen the last Ashes series. Where do you think this England side are? Do you see an improvement in them?
Yeah, I definitely do. And in a couple of different areas, I think one is a belief, and whether that's Charlotte Edwards just coming into this group and instilling that in players and knowing that she has their back to fail to become better, I think is one big piece. I think the fitness piece is going to be an ongoing task for them, but you can also see that has improved them. Their fielding has sort of been up and down, but on a rollercoaster ride where you're getting pushed all the time, it's not just going to automatically click. So I see that. The other part is the leadership. For Charlie Dean to come in when that wasn't always there. They've now got a depth and leaders to step up as well, which they probably didn't have before.
I remember watching you and Butch speak about the tournament before at the test match, and you said that you thought that this was going to be the closest contest that we had in a World Cup for however long. Have you been impressed with the tournament and we got those close contests?
Yeah, we had, I think over the history of the game, we've only had 9 chases, successful run chases of 150 plus. We've had 7 in this tournament. So all of a sudden, teams are putting more runs on the board. I've loved Netherlands, Scotland, Ireland. I know Scotland was in the last one, but they just bring a whole different element to the game. And Babette de Leyder, as captain of Netherlands, part-time cricketer, amateur, hits 250s, won against Australia, and just shakes things up as well. So I just only hope, like Hayley Matthews said, is that they're only going to provide a couple of little wins here and there. They're not going to really push unless there's some serious investment behind these players as well. So that's the next step from a board level as well.
Okay, well, we're going to swap out Nasser Hussain for
I've
World
been
Cup
dumped.
winner, Phoebe Litchfield. Nasser's going to stand there quietly, which might be a challenge for him. Phoebe, huge congratulations. I mean, what a way to win it as well. Just how thrilled you must be as a group after that performance today.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying, to tell you truthfully. I think, 6 weeks ago in Arundel, setting everything up to think we've been here today, perform the way we did, and to be fair, we performed the way we wanted to throughout the whole tournament. So it's a really satisfying win, coupled with against England at Lords. It's just, stuff to dreams, so pretty happy.
What was said at the interval, and what did you see from England's innings that made you adapt and approach your innings particularly?
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I actually thought it could be quite tricky, and I know that Lauren Bell on that surface with their spinners could be really tricky, but I think the way we put them under pressure early and just brought them off their line and lengths, was really pleasing. So, and I think we just took the momentum from there.
There is a...
You said that you had FOMO not being a World Cup final. Has that feeling lived up to expectation?
100%. I think to get into it first and foremost was a dream come true, and then to be out there and contribute and win the title is awesome. So.
Oh, there's a victory lap been going on behind, and Phoebe's just been soaked by a bottle of champagne. Watch the microphone, our sound guy's thinking. I mean, look, a few people have talked about there's going to be some big celebrations tonight, but what's next for you as a group, and how good does it feel to sort of reclaim that dominance title that Australia have been seeking for a couple of years?
Yeah, it's funny. I think the dominance title comes and goes based on performance, but I know that deep down we're a good side, and it's been nice to remind ourselves of that. And we probably haven't performed the way we want to in the last 2 World Cups, but we've been playing some really cool cricket throughout and in between those tournaments. So it's, I guess very satisfying to come out and play the way we want to play and have some silverware back in the cabinet. But I guess our next steps is to enjoy this moment, regroup, recuperate, and attack the ground running in the next, I guess, our Aussie summer.
I know you're not going to be thinking about it right now, but there's an Ashes over here, English summer next year. How much have you enjoyed the crowds? Because you did silence the crowd today.
Well, the crowds have been amazing, and I think it's a credit to the ECB and the ICC of the tournament they've put on. It's been an awesome experience, and each time I come over to England, I just love it. The 100 and the way they get around the cricket and the girls is so great, so great. So it's been awesome, and I'm looking forward to the Ashes come next year.
Well, Phoebe, look, we'll let you go and join that victory lap. Very well done. Huge congratulations once again. Well played.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Cheers.
Well played.
I mean, it has been, to pick up what Phoebe was saying there about the crowds, it has been a phenomenally successful tournament by any measure. We've had record crowds at the Oval last weekend, then that was backed up here by Lords. Record crowd for a women's game here today. And this ultimately is what the bigger picture is all about.
It is. The standard of cricket has been outstanding. The pitches have been really good, exactly what you need for the women's game. I know this one was a little bit slow and low, but in general, a bit of grass on, a bit of pace and bounce. The size of the boundaries have been absolutely brilliant to bring in fielding and fitness and running between the wickets. The 2 best sides got to the final. They were unbeaten. But I do think Australia are just that bit ahead of everyone else. And it takes me back to the 2 last World Cups, actually. England actually will regret they didn't show up for those World Cups, because when Australia went missing, so did England, and that was an opportunity there. And now they've got to sit and think, everyone in world cricket has to try and sit and think, how do they get closer to Australia? Because it is an unlevel playing field. that there is a difference emerging between the haves and the have-nots. Who has a women's franchise tournament, who has the money, who has the media rights, etc. But you can only do what you can do to close the gap.
And looking ahead, just 5 days' time, we've got that women's test here. I know.
I can't think about
Gucci
it
really
yet.
needs to catch her breath and get some rest in the next few days. But it is a historic moment. It's the first time that Lords has hosted a women's test. England versus India. It's going to be quite the occasion.
Yeah, and one person who I know would love to be here, and she's got gates named after her, is Rachel Heyhoe Flynn. She's got a portrait in the long room, and she fought so hard to break down so many barriers for the women's game. She would be just beaming from above, thinking that finally we had a test match here at the home of cricket. And they had two teams, particularly India. I think they love test match cricket. It's going to be tough for England to be able to sort of put away this heartbreak pretty quickly and turn their heads towards coming out and walking out a really historical match. But again, if anyone can get their heads into the right sort of shape of mind, I think that's over to Charlotte Edwards.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, isn't it? Mel, thank you very much for coming over and joining us. Appreciate it. Right, the World Cup might be finished, but there is plenty of sport still coming your way on Sky Sports this summer. And next week, on Thursday, in fact, we've got the Open, the fourth and final major of the year, gets underway from Royal Birkdale on a week on Thursday, Sky Sports Golf for live coverage of every moment of the Open. On the 18th of July, we head to Blackpool for the darts. It's the World Match Play. That's on Sky Sports Action. And of course, every second live. And if you're in the mood for the return of some fast and furious cricket, the 100 returns on the 21st of July. We've got every single game for you. Double headers aplenty live on Sky Sports Cricket. Tonight, though, there's plenty of golf coming your way before the Open, the John Deere Classic final round on Sky Sports Golf live for you now. And then a little later on tonight, there is Major League Cricket as the Seattle Orcas take on the Texas Rangers. 10:30 p.m. right here on Sky Sports Cricket. And of course, England's men's team are in action this week. The final 3 matches of their 5-match T20 International Series against India. Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Those for you on Sky Sports Cricket. 5 o'clock during the week, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Remember, England have got a 1-0 lead in the series, having won at Old Trafford yesterday. The first game was abandoned due to rain. And there's a double header of T20 Blast action for you on Wednesday. The women play first. It's Surrey against the Warwickshire Bears at 1:55 on Wednesday, followed by the men at 6:25. Both of those, of course, on Sky Sports Cricket for you. And we've told you about this before, but just to make sure you don't miss a second, the first ever women's test match here at Lords starts Friday between England and India, 10 a.m. on Sky Sports Cricket. Well, all that's left to say is huge thank you once again to Mel Jones, Tash Farron and Nasser Hussain. Not to be for England today, but what a tournament, what a World Cup. And for Australia, it is very much 7th heaven. Huge congratulations to the 2026 Women's T20 World Cup champions.